Hello.
Fart.
I
God damn it.
Tit.
Oh boy.
This is like a season 1 Hellions opening at this point. Like a season 0.
We
I had
tried.
an impulse. I'm so sorry.
No, it's so good. It's so good.
wasn't prepared for that.
So just sometimes it's the simplicity of it, you know? Oh, but hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to this. Oh,
We're here.
We're here. We're in the club apparently.
We're here. We're queer. We're playing D&D.
We're gonna drink beer.
No. Oh my goodness, welcome to Hellions. This is the energy we're bringing today. We're finally not sleepy at the start of show for once. So it's like this now. It's like this.
You said that and I yawned.
Oh
It's
no.
on you.
It's
You did
happened. The
May not be
sleepiness is setting
sleepy.
in.
But we're still chaotic, so.
Oh my god, absolutely.
Wait. Dukes, have you rolled a vibe check for this episode yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a 10. Straight down the middle, boys.
Nice.
You know what?
Means
That's
that we
better
get to be
vibes
crap
than we've been getting
for a
lately,
bit.
so
Yeah, true.
I don't even think we can complain about that at this point. But hello, if this is your first time here, we are eventually a live actual play Theater of the Mind D&D stream, about some kids going to school, stuck in a time loop, like kids do, you know? So yeah. Before we get into intros and everything, are there any announcements today?
My usual announcement.
Your usual announcement should also be paired with our unusual announcement.
What is our unusual announcement?
Oh, it's just that me and Ned are super excited because we signed for a very important project today.
That's
Ah.
true. Everyone say congratulations. We can't say what it's
Congratulations.
about, but
On your super secret cool thing.
it's
I love it.
very cool.
I love it when the MC has to demand congratulations for an announcement.
Well, I mean, because people are gonna be like, "Oh, what is it?" And it's not like you can really.
We can't
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Say
We can't
anything.
say. We can't say. But we're excited.
We're
Yeah.
And
very
we'll tell you the moment we can. If not, probably before.
Yeah. I mean, with that stuff, you can usually talk about it before it like actually happens. So that's nice, at least.
That's why we're playing
Yeah.
20 questions today to find
Yeah,
out.
to start stream. No.
it is very on brand for both of us, and it's going to be excellent. So
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
it. We're just gonna promise you that it's gonna be good, and you're gonna have to take our word for it.
I mean,
So-
I believe it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we only deliver quality content. So
Yeah.
That's
I
about
mean,
right.
I heard it's gonna be pretty gay, so pretty excited.
spoilers, God.
But yeah,
Ah.
so that is our announcement, and we look forward to the day when it is officially announced, so that we can officially announce it.
Yes.
Yay.
And yeah, I don't know if we have a command for it. I'm gonna look for that right now. But I know that we started a new show on the stream, and I think it's Thursdays. I don't. Is it Tuesdays? I can't remember which day it is. It's a day with
If
a
it's
T.
Itawan by night,
It's-
it's on Tuesdays.
It's on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
So it's tomorrow. So yeah, you guys should check it out.
Yeah. It's a new Vampire the Masquerade game.
Yeah,
Yee.
and session 1 just went on YouTube tonight. I know because we were fighting over the YouTube by accident. We didn't know. So, also all the Hellions episodes up to the most recent are now up on YouTube and in our Twitch VODs. I'm so sorry. I have been going very slow on those things, and the cut,
good work.
yeah, and the cut down versions should be up whenever YouTube's done processing them. But I just went the like let them go live with the breaks in them so that people could just have them. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like there's an official like command announcement for E21 by night, but yeah, you guys check it out tomorrow. They play in the evenings, so it'd be like when we wrap, they're an hour off starting usually. Yeah. There are no further announcements. Do we want to get into intros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Babs, you can start us off. And today we decided that our character question was going to be what is your character's favorite emoji? You know, assuming that we were all like, I guess, modern
group
day
chat.
college kids like who had access to a real group chat on real WhatsApp and not just our Roxapp.
Roxanne. Hi everybody. I'm Babs. You can find me online at Mustache Babs. I am a writer, and I play Noelani, the Water Genasi rogue warlock. And Noelani, as I've mentioned a couple times, she's from the Fey realm, so her favorite emoji would be the chicken, not the chicken face, the whole chicken, because she's never seen one, and they look really cute to her.
Love that.
Yeah. I just had like, yeah, I was thinking about chickens and how they're terrifying at times. And
Absolutely. They're a little messed up if you
They
think
are.
too hard about
They're
them.
little dinos.
They
Yeah,
are little dinosaurs. I love them.
they're essentially they're what Compsognathus became ish. Not
Ish.
officially. I'm not a paleontologist, but I just think of tiny, fearsome bird creatures. Anyways, tiny fearsome bird creature here. Hi, I'm Ned. You can find me on the internet as Ned Lazarus Wolf. And I am a comics writer and artist. I am playing Monty, who is our half-elf rogue / druid. And Monty would use the snake emoji because he would constantly just be asking how his basilisk children are doing. And rather than typing out basilisk, he's just going to use a snake instead. So,
Fair.
So Monty's the person who's just like snake ? And the rest of the party just goes, they're fine.
he does 3 snakes though, and he'll occasionally he'll put like a cowboy and snake for Cowboy Jeff, and like just different little things if he's asking about specific snakes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I mean,
Uh,
emojis are thieves' can't.
You're
That's
right.
true.
You're
You
right.
should say it.
Write it
I
down.
am right.
is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm playing Yana. She's a little gnome-shaped tiefling. She's a wizard and very angry. You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr at @ByShalane. I think I'm going to go with the little shooting star that's got the little swoosh in it, because I feel like whenever like she has to like agree, like every time she's like affirmative or like whatever about something, like yeah, I can do that, she'll just put the little thing there instead of the sparkle. Probably when she's
Cute.
stepping up to Balthazar.
You got it, shooting star.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Like I will pump cuteness into this. That'll be endearing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works. Hi everybody, I'm Dodger. I play Yuli. Yuli's a little anxiety rogue wizard something. I think she overuses the eyeball emoji. I think she's the person in the group chat that like when people are talking about shit, her contribution will just be the side eyes or like
Nice.
Balthazar, where are you? ? Eyeballs?
Eyeballs and
more.
magnifying
Shit.
glass.
Say more.
Yeah.
Oh no, I took a big swig of water the instant that it was my turn. We were riffing and it stopped abruptly.
Choke, damn it, choke.
Hello, I'm Nick. I'm at Nictorhorst and Nick.tattoos everywhere. And I play Tink. And he is also high anxiety. High elf artificer / cleric.
And
he's
a
good.
wife guy.
And a wife
who
guy.
didn't
He's a
know
good boy who's never done anything wrong. We were talking before the stream about how Tink is the ultimate wife guy, specifically original Tink.
He's pretty fun for a wife guy.
Oh, God, you really got that in
Listen,
there.
I make a pun and it gets a good enough groan. I'm going to hold on to it and make it again.
Oh my god.
I'm so mad that you managed to slip that in.
Yeah, on stream. How dare. But yeah, I can't find it on Twitch because I was gonna post it in chat, but I feel like Tink's most used emoji outside of text with Belial is just gonna be like the one that has its hands over its eyes, but it's still like looking. It's still peeking through one of the hands.
Oh my god.
It's one of the new emojis. It's like, oh no, I'm not looking. Yes, I am. So yeah, I think
Sweet.
that it's that. Otherwise, I'm sure him and Belial are sending stupid amounts of little suns and moons back to each other.
Wah!
Oh,
Because
which
they're
monsters
disgusting.
and
Because they're
Vomity
absolutely
face.
disgusting. And I love them. So. And yeah, how about our illustrious DM over here?
Illustrious is certainly a word I would not use to describe me immediately after a convention, but sure.
I think I would use like illustrative after a connection.
oh my goodness.
Oh no. We should just have like a collective groan on a button so that we can press it whenever Ned makes a pun.
Yeah, I'll have to make a soundboard.
Excited to atrophy, aren't you?
Oh my god, are we a soundboard stream now?
Oh god.
We've turned into it, I think, with the chaos of this evening. Hi, I'm the DM. I'm just You can find me online at Doodle, which is DEUXDEL, on Twitter mainly. Unfortunately, as it crashes and burns. You can also find me on Instagram at Just Taylor Arts. And Tumblr will be coming soon.
Bro, I love that
Because-
everybody's activating their Tumblrs again.
Both of you to assume
I
am
left and I was like, I will never come back, and now I'm coming back because it's genuinely the best choice.
Ugh.
Yes.
I love that Hellfire website is literally the best choice at the moment.
I like that it hasn't changed.
Yeah, it hasn't. It's nostalgia. What NPC would you like to know about?
Okay. I was gonna say Balthazar because he's in the group chat.
I was literally gonna say the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give you both. Abraxas only uses the smiley devil emoji. That's all Abraxas uses, like at the end of every other sentence.
Oh my god.
I hate that.
Balthazar in the group chat is just completely silent unless it's like the occasional just like dead skull emoji or the weary emoji, and that's always in response to you guys.
Good.
Rude.
I would expect nothing less.
I feel like his like tired face, the emoji that's like closest to that, it's like literally the one he uses.
He just genuinely thinks that emojis should be a reflection of a person's actual feelings, and he is dead inside and very weary.
Does not understand why Noelani keeps posting chickens.
Yeah, does not understand. Does not get it, does not want to get it. Every time Nolani posts a chicken, he probably started off by posting like back a chair, thinking that you guys were doing some sort of word association emojis, and then very quickly realized that this was just a social thing he wasn't getting.
Adorable.
Every time Nolani posts a chicken, Monty sends back the sobbing face.
Mhm.
This makes me think of Penelope.
Oh.
Oh.
And that one time
Wow.
the Noelani just sent question marks back. It's like, who? But we'll get there.
Yeah.
For the audience members who do not remember, Penelope is Monty's pet chicken that was no more because of Monty's dad.
Penelope with an H. Because it's a pun.
So,
Yeah, should I do the recap?
Where's the button? Where's the button?
where's the button?
Where's the
I'm
button? Where's the
choosing to
button?
ignore that one. Penelope. Can I have a volunteer for who's doing the recap, or shall I just pick somebody at random?
I can read it.
Oh, sick. Go ahead.
I
It's
have
short.
one more I have one
It
more
is.
sentence I'm gonna post
Oh.
for you.
Oh, okay. I will wait.
There you go.
Oh, okay. That was pretty quick. Okay.
It's one more sentence.
While Monty was recovering in the medical wing, the other Hellions fretted over what comes next, namely Yuli, who insisted the help of the Hellions to try and get Ilya's orb out of her stomach. We returned to the Hellions with Monty awake in the medical wing and the rest of the Hellions being watched by Abraxas in the hall.
And that's truly all that happened.
Yep, that's it. And we theory crafted, chat.
we
Okay,
theory
so
crafted
before
a
you're
lot.
like,
Yes,
these
actually, yeah,
bitches,
there was
what
a
were
lot
they
of theory
doing
crafting.
last? We did a lot. Okay.
There was a lot of talking.
There was a lot of theory crafting. I thoroughly I encourage you guys to go back and watch the theory crafting episode. Some of them are wild, and it is very fun to listen back to. Plus, these guys leveled up because they convinced me they had a plan.
I can.
As we
Yeah.
dive into this week's session, a shiver of silence goes through the hall after Abraxas's voice had brought your conversations to an abrupt halt. You feel a chill in the air. And I instantly need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Son of a bitch.
No, you don't.
Waves hand. You don't though.
This is not the save you're looking for.
Well,
14.
You're guys no good at that.
14
Ugh.
for Noelani too.
Oh god.
that's a 6 for me.
Ooh, yummy.
Tasty.
How crunchy.
It's a 2 plus
Nice.
4.
Oh,
So
lovely.
6.
Hey,
Oh,
wonderful.
Team 6.
Why do I have advantage on this?
Nice. Take it.
I don't know why I have
Questions
advantage.
just
I'm gonna roll it, but I don't.
Is
Well,
it your-
that was a 1, so
Oh.
fuck me.
Is it your new gnome cunning?
Oh, it is the
Uh,
new gnome cunning. It didn't help me.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this. What do I add?
D8. For your chat given inspiration, which is a thing you can do with channel points and also via donations.
I always forget to use them, so I'm thinking to myself,
Yuli, you do have a natural 20.
yeah, to
That-
get the stone
no,
out.
that's for a
DM.
purpose.
Nah, sounds fake. What would you need that for?
Huh? I edit my message to a 19. Much better.
Okay. In which case, Yenna, what did you end up rolling?
I was a 6.
Tink, Yenna, you are frightened.
Sounds about right.
You feel the curl of weave about your ankles, and a shiver goes down your spine as fear grips you. You have the urge to get away from this place as fast as possible, but want to neither go past the person in the doorway, Abraxas, or further down the artificing hall.
I think
A
Tink-
window seems good right about now.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean,
No.
Tink's gonna run back into Balthazar's office And I guess probably try and like open a window.
Do you try to barricade the door? Do you lock the door? I need to know this.
Um, I don't think he no. I think he just closes it, like slams it shut, hopes it'll lock, hopes it's trapped.
Okay, well, I will roll then to see whether or not that door has shut behind you. Yenna, what are you doing right now?
Um, honestly, I think she would probably be trying to like run away, like grab Yuli, run. That's her plan. Is like this person needs to not be near us, and particularly not Yuli. That's kind of what
Yeah.
we've got.
Yuli, do you allow yourself to be dragged?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Like,
My
Yenna,
girl
what
running,
direction?
I run too.
What direction you running in, Yenna?
he is not between us and the office, correct? He
He is
is
not between you
following.
and the office. He is between you and the staircase.
Okay, so behind us, like where we came from.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, she's running towards the office. She's like, there's adults there. Adults, maybe. I don't know.
How do you open the door?
Well, does she know how to get into that office without it, like, hurting her?
Considering that the door is currently shut, not really.
No, okay. There's never been like, this is how you get in for office hours. Okay.
No, this
Um,
asshole just has his door trapped at all times, even though he's a fucking professor.
Yeah, does
he's truly
Yenna
the worst.
know that it's booby trapped? I don't know that Yuli knows that, but if Yenna tells Yuli that, I could try
I
and pick it
I can
or try
only
and like
imagine that Yenna knows because she's probably tried to just barge in before. Like honestly, she's a little entitled little jerk. She would be like, "Hi, I'm
Roll a
here."
d20. Roll a d20, let's see.
All right. These rolls are garbage today. A 5.
With a 5, the times that you've barged in on Balthazar have been during office hours, in which he keeps the door ever so slightly ajar.
great. We
Lies.
try to just
You,
open it then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yenna, as your hand wraps around the handle, as the door is clicked shut behind Tink, I need you to roll a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Come on, girl.
Hmm. Hmm. Advantage because barbarian things. Oh, bless. Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh,
bless.
hell yes.
With a natural 20, the moment the handle starts to heat up, you manage to pull your hand back. You do not take any damage,
Oh, thank
but the
God.
handle is now bright red with the heat of 1,000 suns. It is
Well,
hot. You can see the air distorting around it.
yeah. Oh boy, that's very hot. Yeah. I think upon seeing that, we'll just like yell for to be let in. Like just like let us in, you asshole.
I'd love to look over my shoulder. Is Abraxas following us or is he just standing there?
He seems to be just standing there. If you would like to get any insight into his character, roll insight.
I would like to do
Can
that.
I
Yeah.
also do that since I'm just sort of like watching this whole thing?
Yes, of course.
I feel so
Nolani,
bad for
in
Nolani.
particular,
Shh, don't worry, don't worry.
you are very out of the loop on this, but this definitely looks like the person that everybody was facing off against in that strange
Mhm.
world that you all just came from.
Yeah.
Except he wore much more colorful things now than he did in the other world.
I got a dirty 20 on insight.
Okay. Nolani, what did you get?
That was a 5 of being out of the loop.
Aw.
Nolani, you're more tied up in the fact that these people are all panicking again, whereas before they were definitely ready to like throw hands at this man. Like, why is everybody panicking? Um, Yuli, you see that Abraxas is highly amused by all of this and is just letting you scurry around for shits and giggles, essentially.
Okay. Um,
He leans his weight backwards just a little bit and he's grinning from person to person.
um, Yuli will cast message to Yenna just because she doesn't want Abraxas to even hear her like consoling anybody. Um, she'll cast message and say, "He's not following us. It's okay. We'll figure out how to get in." And I'd like to check for traps and see if I could figure out how to like disarm it and just get the door open if we don't think that Tink is coming back to open the door for us.
Tink, I would like you to roll perception on the other side of the door to see if you can hear the panic that is going on outside. Specifically, Yenna calling your name to open the door for them.
Well, and I would also hear the message though, right?
No, it's
Oh.
just message. It's not the Rocky Talkies.
Oh, fair,
Yeah.
fair, fair. What was I rolling? Sorry, perception.
Yes.
26.
Oh,
You hear the very panicked, Tink, open up! From Yenna 2 seconds ago.
Okay.
With Yuli having messaged me, is there any chance at like a save against this frightened condition?
I was gonna ask as well, especially because I'm in a locked room.
And we'll let you roll another wisdom check to see if you can, well, another wisdom save to see if you can shake off the effects.
Like if it's just that she's scared because she's panicky little bitch, that's fine. If this is an effect, I'd love to try. Oh, amazing. Another natural 20. Yuli's so good to me.
what
Nice.
on earth? The power of love.
Okay.
I just love this girl so much.
Babe, you're fine. Look into my eyes.
Babe, it's all right. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, everything's good, dude.
Um. Also, so I rolled a 12, but in playing this, like Tink hearing Yenna and starting to like logic this out when he thinks about going back to open the door, I'm gonna flash of genius and have him be like, "No, fuck, this is stupid. It's stupid." So he hits a 17.
Okay, in which case, Yenna, you realize abruptly that this is not natural fear. You have definitely just had the effect put upon you by magic. Tink, on the other side of the door, you realize the same thing, just a little bit slower.
Mhm.
And that you were literally you trying to climb half out of a window and had like left the rest of your party behind. Your friends are in the hallway with a known dragon.
Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck's up with that? I hate this. I hate this. This is stupid."
Where is Baltazar?
Watching me
Bruh,
jump out a window, presumably.
welcome to Hellions, dude.
No, Lonnie, roll perception.
That's a 22.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. With a 22, you can see that Balthazar appears to be stationed towards the desk of the workroom that you were all about to enter for your
Okay.
meeting. And while standing there, you also notice with the 22 that there is something glowing beneath his hand, and it's glowing a sickly kind of green, and appears to be some kind of device.
Did I open the door again? Or no, he
You
was
can.
in. He was in. I was in Balthazar's office. He was in the room we were
It's
about
like
to
in
go
the
into.
Yes,
workshop.
he's in the
Yeah.
he's in the
Yes.
workshop. He's
That's
in one of the classrooms outside. Yes.
Um, um, da, 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 da. I just sort of like look at Abraxas, look at the situation at the door, and just like look at Balthazar, and I'm gonna attempt to sort of like move over towards the door of the workshop and sort of like, wave my hands, like if I'm somehow like out of view from Abraxas to sort of like call Balthazar's attention.
Yuli, you don't have to try very hard. I won't even make you roll for it. You see that his gaze does flick to you for a moment before affixing on Abraxas. Abraxas, who hasn't moved for a while. Yuli, you notice that, and Nolani, you would also notice that on your retroactive perception checks.
Okay. I would like to put on my illusion glasses. Is he really there?
Shit.
While putting on the glasses, you notice that an illusion does seem to fall down around him. However, the illusion appears to be his more human countenance. As when you look at him, he definitely looks far more draconic, a little too sharp, a little unreal, uncanny valley, if you will.
Okay. But he's
And
definitely
that
there.
he's definitely there. He also looks furious.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Furious since I put the glasses on, or like the laughing, smiling Abraxas that we've been seeing is part of the illusion?
The laughing, smiling Abraxas you've been seeing is part of the illusion. You can also roll a perception check if you would like to tell anything more about this unillusory form that you see.
Okay. I don't mean to sound nervous, but I'm nervous. 12.
yeah.
Okay, with the 12, you mainly see this draconic perception of him. However, you can also tell that the Abraxas that is not an illusion looks gaunt and haggard. And while that might be part of just this form in general, you get the feeling that he might not be very well.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
Interesting.
Um.
Okay.
Yeah, I think after realizing that he was being an idiot and left all his friends behind, Tink is gonna like abruptly swing the door open from the inside and be back in the hallway with everyone.
Yep. Um. Now that she's calmed down, Yenna would actually probably. We established that she can now just rage without it being like a massive tantrum problem.
Yes.
And so she's gonna probably step forward and like put herself at least in front of Yuli, and yeah, she's gonna try to for the first time like pull on that, which then has the new fun effect of like creating sort of like a temporal anomaly around her just a little bit.
Hmm.
And she's like, "Get the fuck are you doing here?"
Is that to Abraxas?
Yeah.
Abraxas doesn't move, doesn't say a thing. There is no response bar the flick of Abraxas' eyes towards you.
Does it feel like he can't respond?
Roll insight.
I will as soon as my cat gets his stupid head out of my dice box.
Odin. Odin, no.
Odin, stop it.
How far away are we from him? Like, could I whisper and he wouldn't hear it? Or I guess, do I think I could whisper and he wouldn't hear it? I'm not going to
You
make
are about
assumptions
3
about this man's
classrooms.
perception.
You're about 3 classrooms away from him. You do think that you could whisper and he wouldn't hear it.
Okay. Then if these things can overlap, I think Bewley would try to whisper into the Rocky Talkie. I think he's sick.
I'm burning another flash of genius to have insight
Okay.
14 because I'm really bad at wisdom and you keep making me roll it.
Is that for insight?
Yeah, 14 insight.
Okay. With a 14 insight, you get the feeling that no, he cannot move. And that's not his own will.
Hmm.
Huh.
There is a spell on him.
Okay.
Oh.
Also, sorry if you hear any weird noises in the background. Odin is trying to tear my whole everything apart.
Oh.
So, yeah. No, he's being. Stop it. Being a bad. But he's being very cute, so I'm gonna let it happen.
Let him be bad. It's just this once.
Not just this once.
Just this once.
I think as soon as like Tink realizes that, he's gonna go check on Balthazar because it doesn't look like any of his friends are casting a spell, and he knows that like where he is and that he's there.
Tink, as you head to look and check in on Balthazar, I would like you to roll perception. Anybody else can roll perception as well if you would like to.
That's a
think-
wisdom I can roll for. It's 26.
Anybody else want to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a
Rolling?
9.
Perception. If you're taking a look at Balthazar.
Yeah. 18.
4.
Well, did you say an 18, Yana?
Yeah.
Okay. Tink, Yana, you notice that there is a layer of fog slowly settling over the floor. But Tink, as you look in on Balthazar, you see that he is very intently looking towards Abraxas, and that in his hand is a dying spell. Specifically, one of the gadgets that you've often seen him use to cast spell work or to give you spell work.
Okay. It's not going to last very long. He's going to be able to move again soon. Just letting you know. And he'll say that's the rest of the group. And kind of, I don't know, position himself like he's not gonna fight if he doesn't need to. DM, who always complains that we fight this man.
You do always fight this man.
Because he comes in hot. But yeah, he's gonna
You
position
can't help
himself.
Just have it.
Pardon?
Said can't help it if you just have it.
I should have never. I should have never asked. But yeah, and he'll kind of position himself in the room with Balthazar.
And Nolani is sort of like looking between like sort of like Balthazar and like a Tink, and sort of like Abraxas. And what are we doing exactly?
Just get in the room, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Yana kind of looks at Tink and is just like, could be fight on sight.
Could be, could not be, but these rooms
I
are
mean, if he's sick, is this not the best time?
reinforced. We can see if we can talk to him first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yuli will take Yenna's hand.
Yana very angry. Yana has a dagger out. Be ready. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll back in and join Tink, I guess.
I mean, will follow if that's what everyone's doing, but she will make sure she's like the last one in, just in case this guy does something stupid.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
The real
I
question
think
is,
I lost the last bit of that. What is happening? What is going on? Says
we
the
we
DM,
are we
who
are
should definitely
already
know.
we are already with Balthazar for when this spell
Yeah,
stops.
Right. Okay. All right.
we
So
we
you've
all
all
like
gathered
backed
into the
in.
classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we backed in, and then Yenna is sort of like with dagger ready, sort of holding the rear, which is the front from the classroom view, I guess. But
she's positioning herself to be like first in line if this man like runs at them or anything like that.
As you all enter the classroom, you hear Balthazar just murmur once, "Shut the door."
Done. To close the door. To close the door.
Shuts door.
Yeah, door closed.
At which point, Balthazar is going to throw an item towards Tink.
Blech. He catch.
So roll dex. Roll
Okay.
dex to see.
Gets beaten in the head.
15.
With a 15, you can catch it.
Good.
Indeed, it doesn't go rolling anywhere. It is one of the gadgets that Balthazar uses quite often.
Do I know what it will do?
Roll Arcana.
18.
Okay, with an 18, you can tell that this is very much it's a heat metal spell.
Tink
The
just
same
looks.
kind that he probably uses on his door handle.
Tink just looks at Balthazar and it's like, but he's not like made of metal. Is he? Is that like how that works?
Balthazar's just gonna look at you for a second, and I'm not even gonna make any of you like try and infer exactly what that look is. That look is, why the hell are you asking me?
You gave me something that heats metal. I don't know what you want me to do.
He's made of mercury. I figure that just put it on the door.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fine. He'll install, I guess. Install.
yeah.
Do I have to roll for it, or am I just a good artificey boy and I can just do it?
You are just a good artificey boy, and I will let you do it.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, okay, but like this doesn't solve the problem. Now we're just in a space. Now we're just in a room. It's not a bad room.
Well,
Better than being out in the hallway with him.
he's gonna be moving soon, right? So, isn't the idea that if we want to try to talk to him, at least it's through a door, right?
The moment that you say that, Yuli, you hear the sound of footsteps in the hall. And those of you who are watching can see Abraxas moving on the other side of the tempered glass as he heads towards the door. And he's going to lean against the door. Quite blasé. Yuli, through your glasses, you can see that the leaning is. He is just exhausted. But to everybody else, it looks like uh, a very casual move played up to make him look as though he is unaffected by the fact that a spell was just cast on him.
Everybody else like, fuck, he's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuli seeing this man is barely on his feet.
So is he following
And
us? What is?
a knuckle taps 3 times on glass. And it's like you hear Abraxas' voice ring out. Balthazar, I'm not going to try the handle. We've done this 1,000 times. Just let me in.
What if we
I'm here to
didn't?
parley.
Since I mean, we can parlay like this.
Here, you're just fine.
You
Hello.
might be able to hear me just fine, but we should do each other the respect of speaking face to face, don't you think?
I mean, I can see you. You can see me. This seems pretty like face to face to me.
Yeah, also full disrespect. Fuck you.
Tinkle cringes
Hold on.
instantly.
I have questions about Yenna's height and the tempered glass. Did she need a chair?
Yenna
I can
just
look up. Sure.
She attacks knees only, dude.
Hey, knees are important. When
Knees
you hit
are
your
important.
30s, you learn exactly how important your knees are.
There is a twitch of annoyance that kind of ripples over Brex's face, and he grinds his teeth, almost audibly, as you hear a sound that definitely comes from a dragon and not a man. Open the door. You possess something that I want, and I am sure you would rather I not kill your friend to take it.
I think Tink's just gonna look at Yuli.
Yuli squeaks.
From behind you, Balthazar just calls out a little, "It's not happening," and is going to frantically search through his pockets to see if he can find another hold person spell.
I guess like no, Ani will turn around. It's like we need to get that thing out of you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can get it out. Probably, maybe. We don't. Why is it gotta be so urgent?
The barfing thing. The barfing thing. We should try the barfing thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can shape water and just like try to control that, and so it's gonna be a little out of
But she'll look at Balthazar. Sh- I'll keep it if you think we should keep it.
Oh, I don't think we should give it to him, even if it's out of you.
Yeah,
But
no.
if it's out of me, it'll be a lot easier for it to get taken. I feel like. That's why I swallowed it in the first place was so that nobody like dropped it or I don't know. I panicked, but like surely getting it out now just makes it out in the open like really easy to grab again.
Not if it's making you sick. That's like not an option.
It's uh she'll kind of like hem and haw. It's like I'm seeing other loops or timelines. I don't know exactly what it's doing to me, but it all I know is that it's scary. It
Yuli, I want you to roll a wisdom save right
uh,
now.
Oh
yep,
god.
cool. A 13.
With the 13, you feel a lurch. Not in your stomach where you would expect it to be. I mean, you swallowed the stone, but it feels as though it's coming from your very blood.
Oh.
And for a moment, you have this rising nausea, and it's almost as though you are not in control of your own body before you fight it back, and the world settles.
Okay. I think Yuli doubles over a little bit and then squats, kind of breathing heavily.
Yeah, that's not great. I don't like that. And honestly, what you've described scares me a lot because all we know about the Belial situation is that he is unstuck in time, and I am terrified that's gonna happen to you.
Speaking of the Belial situation, Tink has definitely like kind of gone around the corner and got on a sending stone and been like, don't come, don't come, don't come, don't come. Stop walking,
Oh
stop
my
walking.
god, that's right.
Oh my god.
Uh, yeah, you're right. You're right. We'll figure out a better way. Okay, the barf plan then. The barf plan. Let's do the barf
Okay.
plan, I guess. I
Uh,
got a nat 20 on this barf plan, so let's do it.
Yeah.
DM, how would you like us to try
Yes.
this?
I. The DM would not like you to try it at all.
We can fade to black.
If
Yeah, exactly.
We
Like,
practice safe D&D here. We can fade to
yeah,
black,
we
guys.
can red light this and to just come back when it's
like
over.
rules wise. I meant like rollies.
Yeah. We can just be like, it happened. Max description.
If Tink feels like you guys are gonna go through with this, he's definitely gonna give Yuli a little pat. To I think. Wait, I want to see if this is a concentration spell. I think it is. It is. Would any of what Yuli just experienced have been playing on her face?
Oh yeah, yeah. She doubled over. She like squatted and breathed
Yeah.
really heavily, and like it's obvious something happened.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna try and just give her a little like, hey, it's gonna be okay, and cast protection from evil and good.
Oh,
Just to make sure that like, shit's not that bad.
Fair.
Now, protection from good and evil.
Yep.
Tell me what that spell does again.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and undead. The target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them, and creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against this target.
The moment you cast that, Yuli, you feel like you're being torn apart from the inside out.
Oh my god.
Yuli just
spell
starts screaming.
Then he'll stop. Then he'll drop it. He'll drop it immediately.
Yuli, as the spell drops, the pain goes away.
What did you do? What was that?
Protection from good and evil. Where this is not good.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Can we get this out of me now, please?
Yeah, and
It'll be fine. My mom had me swallow a key once, and I got it out, so this should be fine.
uh, okay. I mean, I haven't eaten any of this before, but I'll try. I'll do my best. And Noelani sort of gives you a sort of like, if this was Grey's Anatomy, it's like I will do my best to keep you alive, doctor face.
They both nod at each other like in
Yeah.
Star Trek. Yeah.
Like, okay, let's go. And she'll like ask Tink and Yenna to sort of be like, okay, just keep her still. And I will use shape water, which I can use at will.
Mm-hmm.
And then we fade to black.
Yeah.
And we come back up, and the stone's on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tink looks from Noelani to I assume still Abraxas outside the door. What is he doing just before we try and get in on this?
Not a whole lot of anything because he failed his wisdom save against Balthazar's hold person again.
Nice.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
Thumbs up to
he's just kind of
Balthazar.
stuck there a little bit right now.
Okay.
But the reason that Balthazar is so quiet is that he's having to hold concentration on that.
Sounds good. Did I get a response from my boy?
From Belial.
Yes.
You didn't receive a response, but you did have one earlier.
Yeah, I know that. He said he was on his
Well, you
way, and I
haven't-
told him to
He
not
is.
be on his way.
Yes, you did. You don't receive a response to that one.
Fuck.
Did it get sent? It's sending. I
Yes.
know if it got sent.
Yes, it's sent. It's sent.
I hate this. I hate this game. Why do we play it? Flips table. Okay, yeah, like let's make it fast. Let's make it quick.
It's pretty quick. Science facts to fade to black. The space it actually travels not that long, and Noelani can control over to 5 feet in any distance. So,
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, you
good.
can, Nolani.
yep.
Yay.
I would like you to roll Arcana, Nolani,
Okay.
to see how well you control this. Considering that Shape Water could also control the blood and any other liquid in Yuli at this point.
Oh,
Yep. And I will use my
Bloodbending.
inspiration.
Yeah.
That's a D8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a 16 total for Arcana.
With a 16, it's not the best control. Yuli, you do feel very weird.
Okay.
But with the Fade to Black.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
as the DM request. The stone that you extract from Yuli is not the same one Yuli swallowed. Or at
What?
least, if it is, it now looks markedly different.
Oh no.
Yuli,
Ah!
you swallowed a gem with 2 halves.
Mm.
Mhm.
You
Uh-huh.
swallowed a gem that was clear. The gem that you bring up is one solid piece, and it's rough around the edges, and it almost looks like compressed coal.
Ugh.
I think once Yuli like kind of recovers from that weird experience and actually looks at the stone, she'll say, "Well, wait, that's not what I swallowed."
Yeah, I don't love this. I feel like Tink's probably like casting some form of like cure wound, like just being like, "Are you okay? How
Yeah.
are you doing?"
Yeah, like,
like
and I will be like rubbing her back, like,
Yeah.
soothingly, and be like, "Oh God."
I would like you all to roll perception.
we know he's gonna move.
This piece of shit.
Dirty 20.
23.
4. I'm busy.
I mean, to be fair, your girlfriend is going through it right now, so
Yeah.
I know. It's very sweet.
considering think that you have specified that you are looking at what Abraxas is up to, um, you know in specific that Abraxas is pretending to hold still because he wants to see what all of you are up to.
Tank just makes a face at him. Just like, stop it. I know you're lying.
Which means that Yuli,
Mm.
you are the only one who notices that the stone that now thoroughly does look like a stone and not a gem appears to move.
Move where? Was it on the
It
ground?
kind of does this royal. It's on the table. I'll say it's on the
Mm.
table, um, and it kind of gives this small lurch as though an egg about to hatch.
Oh.
Um,
Oh no. Is there like a beaker around? Well, I can't see this.
I'll
It's a classroom. It is a classroom that belongs to artificers. There are beakers galore.
Yuli will reach out and poke it lightly.
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Oh, good.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Can I hold an action? I don't know what's gonna happen, but can
I
I
got my
hold my
classic 2, baby. That's a 5.
Oh, wait, are we counting it as we've used the nat 20
hmm
Yeah.
DM in
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes, we
Okay.
are.
Can I hold my mage hand as an action?
You can indeed hold your mage hand as an action.
Okay, yeah. Can I just because whatever is gonna happen with Yuli touching the stone, just sort of attempt to catch the rock, basically.
You can roll me a dexterity check to see whether or not you can do it before the stone moves.
No, 4.
Then I am afraid that you can certainly hold the action, but you cannot do it in time. Which means
Right.
that Yuli, as you reach out towards the stone, two legs that appear to be made from metal pierce through the outer layers that flake away like coal, leaving dust in their wake, and sink into your skin as it tries to crawl up your arm.
Yuli freaks out like like when a really big wasp lands on you. She fucking loses it, dude. She's like
Oh
trying to
my god.
scooch away from it,
No,
freaking
no,
out.
stop moving! And Nolani will attempt to not, catch it ahead, but just use mage hand to take this thing off of her.
Do you pick it up or would you just like to swat it?
Just kind of grab it and close the mage hand around it, basically.
Okay. How many hit points does your mage hand have?
That's a good question.
I can't believe my child is behaving this way.
Jesus Christ. No, not your child.
Hey.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's not your child.
No, no. Ew.
Never mind, I take the joke back.
Oh, good lord.
How many hit points was that?
So mage hand does not, as a cantrip, doesn't say if it has hit points. It just says the hand can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, we can use it as a restraint. That is absolutely fine. Um, but with the see-through nature of Mage Hand, you
Yeah.
can see that this tiny rock bug thing is definitely trying to just stab its way through these closed fingers.
Oh,
Yeah. It lasts up to a minute. So no, he's like, we need somewhere to put this or something. What is it? This is definitely not what you swallowed. But what is
You
it?
you could just give it to me, and then all of your problems would be by the wayside. You see, I could just break down this door. And this is Abraxas from the
Yeah,
other
of course
side of
it
the
is.
door in the hallway.
shit.
I know this room like it is my own room.
Very well. Yes. Yes.
Would I know of anything we could put this thing in that would be in this room?
We could put it in one of our rooms.
I don't know if we want that. You're
Yeah.
correct. You are correct.
As an
I mean-
intermediary step, could I vortex warp it into like a beaker or something that we could pick up that wouldn't be touching it?
Yes. You can try. I would make you roll a sleight of hand for the precise nature of that vortex warp, but you could certainly try.
Why?
I mean, I could just like have Mage Hand like open it in the opening of the beaker and sort of like dump the thing, like kind of
Depends
like
on how big it
Yeah.
is.
Well, yeah, because my thought was to teleport it so it would be into something where like the
Can't get
top
out
would
the
be.
opening.
Yeah.
Oh, I see,
Yeah.
I see, I see.
I think what I mean is actually an Erlenmeyer flask, which is like the tapered cone shape.
Yes.
But yeah.
Mm.
But it's like now it's in a thing, and we can put that in maybe a thing that's more secure. But just
I mean, glass is pretty breakable. Not that most things in here wouldn't be glass, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
does my boy know of anything? Any weird little cages or containers?
Roll history.
22.
With the 22, you know that there are several lead-lined boxes that you could put it in, as well as a wonderful beaker that is big and round and has like a very small conical opening that you could very easily just like push a cork in.
Okay. I feel like he's going to like produce a box in the speaker, like seemingly out of nowhere, just like run off to a cupboard and come back and be like, okay, so we've got things. I've
Right.
just got this weird thing where I feel like we should be able to see it because I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know what this thing is gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Don't like it.
Yeah,
You
no.
could just give it to me and it would all be gone.
What is it?
All I want is what's left of the stone.
What is it? What is this? What is this?
Roll persuasion. Or intimidation, whichever one you want.
Oh God, no! Intimidate, Tink? Are you kidding me?
Abraxas.
Yeah. 12.
Well, it does rather look like a tiny bug creature that may have grown from a stone. You should count yourselves lucky that it's interesting.
I just listen. Well, like, why don't we just? Tink's saying all this with like putting on a glove, like getting the like big beaker thing ready. I like. Why don't you just like not be so cryptic and tell us why you want something? Like have. We don't even really know like what we're all doing here and stuff. Like it's just if you're gonna try and act friendly, maybe act friendly.
Hello, dear friends. I intend to parley. Would you care to try it for once?
Yeah.
Then I need that stone.
I'm not great at insight.
I think Yuli would be following this conversation pretty
Yeah.
closely.
But
Yeah.
like in the side, because the minute it's gonna be up, so Noelani is like making sure this thing makes it into a beaker and like off of Mage Hand.
Yeah, Tink's still
He
like
doesn't-
attempting to put it into the beaker.
Yeah.
Like he's still
I
focused
will-
on this.
I will allow you guys to do that.
Okay, perfect. 'Cause I don't want him to like
Rad.
waste our time because he might know that Mage
Yeah.
Hand's not gonna last forever.
But I would like to insight if the intention to actually parlay is genuine.
That's what I would also like to insight, if possible.
Anybody who would like to, please roll an insight.
Oh, yes.
Thank God you got a good one.
Good thing I
Thank
can't
God.
do math. What's 17 plus 9?
God damn.
26.
Yeah.
That's a whole 20 above what I
26.
rolled.
Oh my god. Yenna got a 23.
Yenna, Yuli, Nolani, what did you get? 10.
A 10.
Okay,
No,
wonderful.
Yuli and Yenna are like, well, listen, these are the actual rules of a parlay right about now.
Yenna, Yuli. While Nolani and Tink can't discern very much from Abraxas' expression, you know for a fact this motherfucker does not intend to parlay properly.
See,
I'm
that's
shocked.
what I thought. That's what I thought. And you get on us for fighting this fucker.
In fact, Abraxas' eyes are very solely trained on that small remnants of rock. And Yuli, through the illusion revealing glasses, you can see a sickening, sharp smile is on Abraxas' face.
She'll stand up finally after the whole fade to black and everything. Look, the last time that we saw you, you dove at me. So I don't think any of us are really trusting that you actually want to talk right now. And it's pretty obvious you're preoccupied with that thing. And we know that you're powerful enough to just take it. So we're not going to just let you in, okay?
Yeah.
Silly girl, do you really think that a door could stop me? I need you all to make a constitution save.
What are you doing?
And with that constitution save, and the spread of gas, sickening and noxious, beneath the gap in the door, we're going to take a small break.
Oh my
good.
god. Good.
Thank you for watching along at home. We're going to go and hydrate, stretch, and grab a snack. We'll be back in 10 minutes. You guys should, I don't know, stretch a limb, touch some grass. It's all good.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
See you soon.
Oh no. Oh, Yuli, no. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Bro,
Minus 1?
this fucking I can't get rid of it at this point.
Okay, we'll be back in a bit.
Ugh.
Hello. Hello, we're back.
We all got gas masks.
Yeah,
during the
we all got
breaks,
gas
so we
masks,
are-
and now
we're
everyone's
good.
fine. Yeah.
You fucking wish. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of Hellions of Carnocht. I'm your DM, Jess Taylor, and these are the Hellions of Carnocht.
Wow.
If you stuck with us during the break, thank you so much. If you are newly tuned in, we left off part 1 with Abraxas, the current suspicious person everybody wants to interact with and piss off, pumping noxious gas into a room in which the Hellions were trapped in. Those of you with perceptive eyes may see the con saves, or rather, the con fails that
No.
happened.
Oh, did we? Just two of us. Half of us are up. Ish. Oh. Monty needs to roll.
Monty does not.
Monty's not in
Oh
yet.
no,
Monty's
he's
in-
not. He's
Mon-
still in
Monty's
his
in the
little
hospital
room.
Monty's
Nobody
getting
knows
room
Way to
service.
rub it in,
Nobody
Nick.
knows I'm awake. Oh no.
Speaking of which, Monty, the room around you is quiet and cold. You can hear just the subtle sounds beyond the door of a hospital wing during the middle of the day. You can hear nurses, healers rushing up and down the hallways asking for potions and antidotes and other detritus that you honestly don't understand and goes above your head to do with clericacy. You feel for a moment very unreal, as though this is the dream and what you just woke from was the real world. But as the moments pass, it sinks in that you're awake and you're alive and you have dodged death another time. It also sinks in that a person's hand is on your shoulder, shaking you relentlessly.
Oh,
You look up to find Belial, dressed in his cleric robes from head to toe, the picture of a healer. And as he shakes your shoulder, he leans down closer and goes, I hope that you are ready to fight because God knows we need to. I tried to join Tink and the others in a meeting room and Abraxas is on them.
I, yeah, yeah, I am.
You may feel a little strange. That will pass.
How long have I been here?
About a week, it's what your mind needed to catch up with your body.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's.
None of this will make sense right now, but he throws a bundle of clothes towards you and heads towards the door, where you can see is leaning against the door frame a very nice oaken staff that you've never seen before, but Belial handles as though he was born to it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Get-
I throw my clothes on and and follow Belial out the door.
I have to admit I was taking quite a chance with the way that I woke you up, but I'm glad that it has worked. And he's guiding you through the hospital halls and out into the startling sunshine. It takes you a little while to kind of get your coordination back. You've been in bed for a week, and while magically you have been preserved, it's still a little strange to be up and walking around.
Mm-hmm. Imagine
Uh,
I'm just like kind of crashing into Belial.
Exactly. He's kind of got one hand on your shoulders to try and keep you upright as you go. It's kind of like a three-legged race.
Mhm.
Tell me, you saw the Golden City, didn't you?
I did, yeah, and it all fell apart. It decayed before my eyes.
It does that. He steps quickly through to the courtyards that you're familiar with and practically picks you up on one side and is running across the courtyards at this point.
Yeah, I'm.
Tell me, did they give you anything to use? Did they give you any information that we can use against him?
um, No. Um, they the Viper kicked me into the void.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry. God damn it, they should have given you something. You're one of them, right? And he kind of holds you at both arms' length and looks you over.
one of what?
Well, you're not half elf anymore. You must be. You were touched by whatever is down there, and he motions towards the hospital wing. The place where your very being had been changed. Where you turned to dust and been rebuilt.
So I'm one of the aspects now?
Belial shakes his head, and you see a small frown passes across his brow, and he goes, "No, no, not one of the, not one of the mask wearers. You're beyond that. You're part of the Golden City now. It's where I end up at the end." But we haven't got time for explanations. Come on. And he is going to lead you into the magical research building and
Mhm.
through the empty halls up to the artificers' classrooms. And as you ascend the stairs to the artificers' classrooms, you see a fog on the air that gets thicker and thicker, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Let's see. That, excuse me, that's 15.
Okay, with a 15, you shake off the effects of what would have been fear, and you feel the cold fingers of it grasping at you, only to throw it by the wayside and know that you've just passed through a circle of fear. And what lies before you both as you get to the top of the stairs is what looks to be a very pleasant man. A very pleasant Abraxas, highly amused, leaning against a door to one of the further classrooms, just grinning as a noxious green gas flows from his hands through the cracks in the door.
What are you doing?
Well, if it isn't the Sleeping Beauty come to try and stick your oar in. Hello, Monty. And Abraxas turns towards you, and you see he stops whatever spell was causing the poisonous fumes and leans against the door, casual as you like, just poisoning your friends. Isn't it a fun afternoon?
That's not necessarily what I'd consider fun afternoon activity.
Oh, I imagine you wouldn't, and yet what you consider a fun activity is breaking your promises.
Haven't had a chance.
Haven't had a
You broke
chance, haven't had a chance. How long has this loop been going now?
you broke yours.
Did I? Is Zinnia not well? Is she not alive? Is she not in town? I was under the impression you'd visited her recently. And he turns upon his heel, and I need you to roll insight, Monty.
Insight. Jesus fucking Christ. That's a 23. I forgot my insight went up a lot with this level.
You notice the exact moment that Abraxas stops being his human form and starts to transform into a dragon. In a very narrow hallway, might I add. as quicksilver seems to run over his form. On the other side of the door, locked in the room, things have not gone quite so well. Yenna,
Yeah.
Yuli, you feel this choking in your throat. You can't breathe. Your lungs are burning. Everything is failing and getting weak around the edges as the poison takes you first. I need everybody to roll initiative. Just
Right
pretend that
here.
there's battle music, battle noises, battle noises,
Battle
battle
noises.
noises.
Battle.
You out here telling us to. I need my soundboard. Pokemon's
Yeah,
music.
we
Sorry.
we really we really need a soundboard. I've decided. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is you're out here telling us to talk to this man.
Yes, I am.
And then he fights us. He fights us every time.
Better let me stab him.
I mean,
Alright.
yeah, I should have, but then we would have been in fight and it would have been our fault. Again.
I'm happy for
Okay.
Yenna to be blamed for shit.
Those of you who got 1 to 5. Anyone?
No.
5 to 10.
No.
10 to 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
12 for Noelani.
11 for.
14 for Yuli.
Okay. 15 to 20.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Over 20.
22 for Yenna.
27 for Monty.
I do love that Monty's the tank. It's a special kind of wonderful. Brilliant. Let's go for this. Monty, you're first up in the initiative. You see Abraxas coming towards you, the molten silver, the quicksilver covering him, turning to scales, elongating his body, his face becoming reptilian. What are you doing? You have 1 turn before you are facing a dragon.
Okay, so in the let's do a quick look at what I have. In my 1 turn, I am going to I just look at I look at Abraxas and I say, listen, you clearly want to talk to us. We keep fighting you. This is such a vicious cycle. Let's just talk.
Roll persuasion.
24.
I came here to parley. You hear those words from a draconian mouth. And yet I was not allowed by any of your friends. They've made their decision on whether they want to talk or not. Locking me
I'll,
out. Speaking through a door. Stealing my nephew's stone.
I'll speak with you. Face to face. No tricks, no fighting, nothing.
And I'm supposed to trust you after what you've already done.
You don't have to trust me. Because I am giving you my word, but I know I haven't completed my side of the bargain.
An understatement if ever there was one. Monty, would you like to move at all? Would you like to do anything with your bonus action? That is all of the talking that you can get done in this round.
I am going to. Let me just see. Still haven't memorized what my.
We've all leveled
Excuse
up,
me.
so no one knows what's happening.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take a. I'm just gonna take a step actually to. I'm gonna take a step towards Abraxas, and I just have my hands open, with the
Okay.
like, I'm not. I'm not going to fight you.
Okay. I would like you to roll persuasion. I will take it into account in the next turn.
I can do math. 8 plus 9 is a 17. So.
Okay, good to know. Yenna,
Yeah.
you have one turn before you pass out completely from the poison.
Mhm.
You can make a constitution save this at the end of this turn
Mhm.
to see if you can shake the effects.
Okay.
Until then, you can do any action that you would normally like to do, but if it's an attack action or requires any sort of roll, you will do so at disadvantage.
Okay. So I have kind of a question because I want to use pulse wave, but I kind of want to use it in a weird way.
Go for it. Tell me
Okay.
tell me what way and I'll tell you if you can.
Okay. So I want like it pushes as like a pretty explicit part of it, right?
Yes.
I'm wondering, would you allow Vienna to move, get close enough to windows to like break windows with pulse wave, and then also have that create like enough of a displacement of air and like a pressure change to like have the gas gust out
Breaking a
potentially.
window would definitely have the gas leave, just in general. That would create enough pressure change to release some of it, yes.
Okay, in a way that would be effective, hopefully. If just doing that would be good enough, would you say shatter would similarly be enough, or would
I
you
would
want the blowout from the pulse wave?
I would say the blowout from the pulse wave would definitely give you advantage on your con save at the end of the turn.
Okay, well, let's do it. So, yeah, because I also don't want to catch like anybody in it because that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Moving away from the party, blowing out windows. I don't care about property damage, so
All
uh,
right.
yeah.
Do you need to roll anything for that?
Typically when you would hit somebody with it, it would be a Constitution saving throw, but I'm hitting inanimate objects, so
All right.
yeah.
I would like you to roll an Arcana just to see how powerful that gust that you create is.
Sure. I'm gonna throw my dice on the floor. It's fine. 15 plus 8.
All right, fantastic. You
23.
summon what you have of your weave and you fold the magic as tightly as you can to control it, to force it towards that window. And the sheer blowout of the spell that you cast creates this updraft, and you knock out two windows
Yeah.
easily with this. And the resultant wind that surrounds the room definitely ruffles a few feathers, but you can make your constitution save with advantage.
Rad.
As can Yuli when it's Yuli's turn.
Yay,
Yay.
With advantage,
tank.
13, unfortunately. Don't think it.
With a 13, you feel, for all that you have rid the room of the majority of the gas, the amount that you've already breathed in is starting to cause your lungs to burn. You take 15 poison damage.
Oh. Alright. I don't think I have any resistances to that, so cool.
As we come back round to Abraxas and he watches Monty step towards him, he is the picture of a pissed off cat. The spines along his back, made of this glittering metal, have all risen as though the hackles rising on an angry feline. And as you take a step towards him, Monty, with your hands raised skyward, you hear this low, rumbling laugh. And he is going to use his breath weapon. I need to roll. I need you to roll a dexterity save.
Got a 10.
There is this sickening green fire that rolls towards you, and it's unexpected because every other time that you have spoken to Abraxas, he has generally listened to reason, but this time around, as his mouth opens and you expect words, it is green fire that flows towards you instead. And as it engulfs you, I need you to make a Constitution save.
17.
All right, with a 17, you will take half damage from the attack, but you feel the wicked flames rolling over your arms across your face. It's a fire that burns but doesn't burn. You don't see your skin bubble, but you do see it peel. And you will take 35 points of poison damage halved.
Damn.
Jeez.
And as the fire gutters, you hear that laughter ringing in your ears again as Abraxas draws back onto his haunches and looks at you. As though I would take the word of a traitor. Anybody else and I might have listened, Monty. But you've hardly proven trustworthy. Yulie,
Yarp.
inside the room, you hear the crackle of flame and fire and the sounds of pain from outside, but everything around you is kind of woozy. The poison is taking hold of your mind. Anything that you do during this turn, if it requires a roll, it will be at disadvantage.
Okay. Can I was gonna ask to do this before we like really got into combat.
Yes.
Um, can I use, assuming it's still in the air, can I use my reaction with absorb elements?
Yes, of course. There is still lingering poison in the air, so you could definitely do that.
Great. I absorb some of that shit. Um, and then I will take out my knife because I don't know what's going on. Um, okay, so is the door sorry, I think I might have missed a couple of things. Is the door still shut?
The door is still very definitely shut, but you can see outside of it very easily without having to do a roll that there's no longer a man out there, and there's definitely a dragon.
Right. But can we see Monty? Do we know
From your
Monty's out
current
there?
position, you cannot see Monty. Monty is at the top of the stairs, which aren't visible from the doorway.
Okay. Um, and the windows have been blown out, yeah?
Yes. The windows to the exterior have been blown out, yes.
Okay. Um, okay. Is the plan to get the fuck out of here, guys?
I think the plan for Yuli should probably be get the fuck out of here. Maybe. What's the? I mean, we got this little thing in a ball.
Yeah, we need to protect the
Yeah,
rock.
We gotta do
basically.
the thing.
that's
We gotta get a thing in a rock in a place.
yeah, that's the thing is I'm trying to figure out like, do we just I can only operate on the information I have. Would Yuli look outside to see why Abraxas is a dragon? I don't think so. She's fucked up right now. Um, but also like Tink has the weird rock baby, right?
It currently, theoretically, yeah, he has corked a big, like, glass container with the rock baby in it. Yes.
Yeah.
How's the rock
Okay.
baby responding to that? Just question. For the
Yeah.
DM.
To the poison gas.
No, I mean
Oh.
it's not in the poison gas. To being in a little container.
To its life, you
Yeah,
know.
to its new
Well,
life.
not well at all. It is
Okay.
kind of hurtling itself against every little glass wall that it can. It's surprisingly springy for a piece of coal.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's in danger of breaking the glass. Just so I'm structuring my turn properly.
Not yet, but you get the feeling that if it knocks it hard enough, it might.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I'll do then. Um, I think Yuli will, assuming that one of the open windows is close, Yuli will like get closer to a window to try and help with the wooziness. I'd like to ready an action that if that door does open and it's dragon time, she'll throw her knife.
All right, Yuli can hold her action.
Yeah. But otherwise, I think she's gonna wait and see what everybody else is doing because she wouldn't leave Vienna. So
Okay, well, I
Aw.
would like you at the end of your turn now to make a Constitution saving throw
okay,
with advantage.
with advantage,
Yep, because of the lack of poison air still in the classroom.
another 2, which is a 1, and an 11. A 12 minus 1.
Also, Yuli has a new D8 of inspiration.
I would love to use that. 11 plus 1. Fuck, dude.
I love the accurate coughing. The
Oh,
character
you
accurate coughing
can't
really does
make
it.
this shit up.
For real. My cat ran away.
The dice know.
Yuli, your head is spinning. Your movements feel sluggish. You're coughing. You're clawing at your throat. You take 18 points of poison damage.
Okay. Ooh, buddy.
No, Lani.
Oh boy.
You are hardly invested in this group, and yet, welcome
And yet,
to more terrifying nonsense.
yeah. Okay, so we've sort of established that it is pretty obvious that he's doing the dragon thing out there, despite
Yes.
not knowing why.
Yes.
I think given that we didn't really have time to talk about our plan, I think Nolani is sort of like freaking out and, because she's got a good heart, which is sort of what we've established. Um, her working baseline is to be like, I'll distract him. You guys get out of here. So she'll be like, protect that thing. And I want to use Misty Step to essentially appear on the other side and use the momentum to attempt to tackle the dragon.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to Okay. So you wrap Misty Step around yourself and you hurtle yourself through space and come out the other side. I would like you to roll an attack roll.
Khakis. Da. 17 for attack.
With the 17, you hit Abraxas head on, front on. It's amazing. You were going so fast through your Misty Step, you immediately just kind of bounce off his hide. Like you
Okay.
hit him, but it kind of rocks you back a couple of steps, and all you see is his tail flick, and he gives you kind of like a look from the corner of his eye. You are now in a hallway with a dragon.
Yep. I think she will sort of, I guess, like use the what's left of the moment to sort of be like, listen, we're not trying to make anything sort of weird happen here, but like, this is not helping your case. And she'll sort of notice Monty, I guess, at this point, and be like, oh, uh, and that's sort of what she's at.
I would like you to roll persuasion for your heartfelt words towards Abraxas.
The dice know. That's a 5 for persuasion with a natural 1.
Wonderful. I will take it into account on Abraxas's next turn. Would you like to move at all?
I will use my cunning action to just like disengage, basically. Just
All right, fantastic. With a disengage, you can definitely scurry backwards towards one of the other classrooms with open doors and kind of duck around the side if you would like to get out of the range of Abraxas's tail and breath weapon.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm just like I'm trying to come at him non-threatening, despite the fact that I just bumped him and like tried to shoulder check a dragon, but
Oh, sorry, dude. The tackle was accidental. Wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like to do with your turn?
that would be it.
All right. At which point, Balthazar's gonna wake the fuck up. Um, and as he watches Nolani kind of hurtle through Misty Step, is just going to swear under his breath and kick the door out. Doesn't touch the handle, just kicks it at a certain point and the door swings open. And almost like he's throwing a grenade, he is going to throw one of the many gadgets that he uses for spells out into the corridor. And Nolani, Monty, you see it kind of roll across the floor with a little ding, 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 before the classroom door shuts again, and then there is just a mighty flash of light and a roaring scream from Abraxas. When the light dies down, you see that several parts of Abraxas's metal armor have melted away, have turned to liquid, bearing soft flesh and raw burns. Think, what are you doing?
I think that might have been all the permission he needed to actually fucking attack. For once in his life. I think so he's going to be keeping an eye on this creature that he has. And I have a question for DM.
Go for it.
And it's if I was to cast a spell myself and then a spell through my familiar, would that be doable on one turn, or do I need to hold one of those?
You mean, would you and your familiar both be able to cast a spell?
Within the same turn, yeah. Not like
I
in
believe.
sync or at the same time or anything.
Let me just double check.
Or, yeah, my homunculus, but same.
Bear with me just a moment. It rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
Okay.
So if you would like to roll initiative,
I mean, I feel like I can, but I also feel like it is gonna get lost. What is Beans? What is my little beetle's initiative? Let's go. What is? I guess I'll just use that. Bloop. He got the same as me. He got an 11.
well then you will both go at the same time, one turn after the other.
Okay.
But it will count as its own separate turn.
Okay. So you do not mind if I use spell?
No, go for it.
Cool. Because well, first Tink is gonna kind of like shake, just like really lightly, like enough to be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" But like shake the beaker a bit and just go, "Hey, just cool it for a sec, okay?" And I'm trying to gauge if there is any response.
Roll persuasion.
11.
It immediately tries to hurtle itself towards you through the glass.
Okay, but insight. Does it appear to be like responding in an intelligent manner? I'm trying to gauge whether or not this thing like understands me.
Roll insight.
15. Sorry, I'm not writing these down.
With a 15, you can kind of tell, or at least you think, that was definitely a very pointed attack, and that there is the possibility that this thing is sentient.
Okay, he's gonna cast command and be like, "Stop it."
This will count as your turn.
That's why I wanted to ask.
Okay, alright. And command is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save 15.
You see the tiny rock creature of metal legs and coal body just kind of splats itself against the bottom of the glass at your command.
And he's straight up just gonna be like, "I really didn't think it was gonna work." Cool. Cool. So this thing is good now. That's what I wanted to do with his turn. Is just make this thing not a problem for like a second. And then Bean. And then my little beetle.
Yes.
Is going to try and cast inflict wounds at the 3rd level on Abraxas.
Okay, so you send Beans out and it scuttles across the floor and then it kind of like squishes itself down with its wings out to make itself as low as possible, and you see it just kind of wiggle under the door frame.
Yeah, it's
Spell
basically a
as once again
cockroach,
at the door.
so
Yeah,
I figure it can do
squats
that.
down. Squats down, does a little wiggle, and then it's unseen by you until it flies upwards and just kind of attaches itself to the back of Abraxas, who at this point hasn't noticed it even exists. What spell was it that you wish to cast? Inflict wounds.
Yes, which is a rolled attack. Do you want me? Can I roll
Yes, please.
advant if he doesn't know
Why
it's
would
there? Like a surprise round.
no?
That's
But if you
funny.
hit, I'll give you sneak attack.
Oh my god.
So I'll give you an extra d6 of damage
Well, all right then.
because I walked straight into that one.
You said I could see it, right?
I did, yes.
Just let me double check the phrasing on this right now. Yep. Okay. Would you
Mm-hmm.
would you say it's within 30 feet of me?
It is through a corridor. What is the phrasing?
When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw.
You can see, and it is within 30 feet of you, yes.
It will be my reaction, so I won't get any other reactions this turn. I can say that.
Okay.
In that case, it is a 16 plus 5 is 21 to hit.
With a 21 to hit, that hits.
Oh, because I was like, I don't think a 16's hitting a fucking dragon. Let me roll 5d10 and a d6.
Go for it.
My boy is very scary when he wants to be. 7. 8. Bad. Ooh, plus 10. 18. 28. 32. 37 is the d6.
Wonderful. Much in the same way that Abraxas had howled when Balthazar threw whatever Balthazar threw, you hear this pained rumble fill the corridor, and Abraxas thrashes so hard that the glass on the classroom shatters. It's all still held together because it's tempered glass, but you can see every little fragment that is currently holding itself together on hopes and dreams. And as you watch, the spell is cast through beams, and you see just the skin ripple and split and wounds appear all across Abraxas's back. He's definitely not happy about it now.
Yeah. Tink does not feel good about this, but did it anyway.
That would be the end of your turn.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. With that, I will say, you notice that during all of this thrashing and distraction and pain, someone opens the door and slides in, and that someone is Belial, who is now crouching beside the door that he's just closed behind him. And he takes one look around the room and is like, all right, who is hurt the worst? Having left Monty in the hallway.
Take gestures to Yenna and Yuli. Like, he's like, I'm fine.
Yenna, Yuli, you are both still conscious at this point.
Right.
Would either of you like to ask for help?
If how does well, I guess I'm blurry. Regardless of how Yenna is doing, Yuli would insist that he look at Yenna.
Okay. In which case, Belial is going to cast Cure Wounds on Yenna. For 32 points of healing.
Damn.
Look at this buff healing boy.
He heals like nobody's business.
And with his bonus action, he is going to throw a potion at Yuli.
Oh. Please
Oh,
don't make me
well,
try to catch this.
that explains a lot. I was muted. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yenna would absolutely have been no.
Too late.
Well,
Too
Too
bad.
late.
Clean
too
feel, clean
late,
feel.
too bad.
Ha.
You have
Gotcha.
had 32 points of healing from the buff cleric.
He's a very buff cleric. She was only missing 10 HP, I think.
He doesn't know
Jesus.
that.
Do I have to catch this potion?
Roll for it. Roll dex.
Roll just straight dex?
Dexterity save to catch it. Yeah.
Okay. A 10?
I'll say with a 10, you very nearly fumble it. To the point that you do drop it, but you drop it like just in front of you so you can pick it up again.
She's like, thank you.
He kind of gives you a little mock salute. And Monty, you're alone in the
Yes.
hall as far as you can see. But you know that at least two things have hurt Abraxas, and that he is no longer as focused on you as he had been.
Mhm.
For anybody who just heard that clunk, that was my last d20 getting kicked under the desk
Nice.
By
Love
your cat.
animals.
by the cat. Do the digital d20s. You you think that you are alone in the hallway. You know that Abraxas is not keen on talking. You did hear Nolani's voice, but you did not see whether Nolani ducked back into the classroom or is somewhere else.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
So I am gonna very just like very angrily um cast Primal Savagery on myself, and I'm going to go and um go and attack Abraxas, like essentially just like charging at him with like sharpened teeth, like just biting him.
Okay, all right. Roll an attack.
Where is my d20? There's my d20. Oh, fuck yeah!
Good.
Good sound. We like this sound.
Nat 20, baby!
Yeah.
+7 to hit, 27.
Okay, all right. So you fly at Abraxas with tooth and claw to take a bite out of him,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel your fangs sink straight through armor and into soft flesh. Roll damage.
Okay. And also, would this count as a sneak attack because he wasn't paying attention to me?
I am going to say no because he knows where you are in the hallway.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just looking for where my d10 is. Here
If
we
you had
go.
thought to stealth first, I'd have maybe given it to you, but
Yeah, I'm not smart. Okay.
keep it as a
Okay.
note for next time.
All right, so that is um that is 10 damage.
And damage. You know that you've done damage when this bitter blood hits your tongue. And you rend as much as you can, muscle and bone. I need you to roll a constitution save.
Also, it's acid damage, by the way.
Okay, good to know.
50, so that is another 17 on my con save.
Okay. With the 17, you will take half poison damage from essentially ingesting mercury,
Mm-hmm.
which will be half of 13. So we'll
So
say a
roll.
6.
Oh, nice.
I always round down when it's from enemies.
I rounded up the last time.
Oh,
So
you should have said. Sorry.
that's okay. I'll just heal myself one to make up for that.
And you hear Abraxas swear and essentially cuss you out quite heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn? You still technically have bonus action and movement.
So I'm going to uh um just cunning action out of the way. Just gonna use my cunning action to disengage.
All right. You manage to slip your fangs free, and considering that you are so much smaller than Abraxas,
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm.
it is very easy to kind of duck around and through him. If you would like to roll Dex or Stealth to disengage or hide, please let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll stealth um, to disengage, and that is a 17.
All right, with a 17, you can definitely hide yourself somewhere in this hallway among legs and thrashing tail and everything. And essentially, I'm going to put you directly under him
Oh,
because he's not going to know that you're there.
yeah,
This is a very
that.
cramped hallway.
That is where Monty would hide. Just like, where can I find? Where can, where can
I
I
am
hide?
now just imagining a Mercury dragon just like turning, trying to find something, and just a little Monty beneath.
Mm-hmm. A little glowing Monty.
Yenna, what are you doing? The poison is truly taking a hold. This is your last turn.
Mm. Okay.
Everything you do will be at disadvantage. If you fail your constitution save this turn, you'll be unconscious.
Mm. People are actively fighting this dragon. I don't think she runs in this moment. I think she goes as hard as possible in this moment. Which I believe. Let me double check how one of my spells works. Monty is currently very small and under the dragon, right?
Yes,
I
Monty
mean,
is very small and under the dragon.
Okay, so
yeah.
we're not gonna pulse wave because that's gonna hit Monty and maybe kill him. All right, yeah. We are going to do third level magnify gravity,
Hmm.
and then I would like to use the gravity well when I hit to move him, like just to sort of like mostly for flavor, but to like press him up against the opposing wall. If I assume he's taking a lot of space in the hallway.
Yes, Abraxas is technically the hallway at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, either that because like I would like to do adjust density, which feels like should be part of magnify gravity. I think that's a full action. Yes, it is. Uh, okay. It would be a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Okay. And what constitution does it have to beat? As I reach for the d20 that's no longer there.
DC is 16. I'm also trying to do this in a way that is not going to hit Monty, assuming I see him under dragon.
Oof.
All of
Oof.
my so much of my shit is AoE.
That's a failure. You failed.
Rad. We love
Go
that.
ahead and make your rolls. What happens? Do you want to describe the attack?
Yeah, it's just like you watch as like a crackling like sphere um starts forming like next to him and then like will eventually like envelop a portion of him and like typically you think of like gravity and like stuff like that and it's like black and like purple kind of vibes. This is black and like gold vibes, like edged in gold instead, and it's just sort of like starts as like a small spot and just expands rapidly until it's the 10-foot radius. And I have to get more d8s. I'm sorry.
When you roll an attack so good, you have to get more dice.
I mean, it's upcast. That's the real reason. Let's see. Let's see. That's 20 points of force damage, I believe. Yes.
All
Um,
right.
and its speed is reduced to half until the end of its next turn.
And
Um,
that's an area of effect.
yes. So I was trying to position it in a way that wouldn't catch other friendly targets. It's 10
I
foot
would
radius.
just like you to roll a very quick Arcana just to make sure that that happens.
Sure. I'm sorry, friends out in the hallway.
It's okay.
18 plus 8, 26.
Yep, you can definitely zone that to a point. You kind of get Abraxas's like hindquarters and tail in it, which
Okay,
is the easiest part of him to target that isn't going to hit Monty or Nolani.
cool.
And as the force of magic hits him, Monty, you hear above you like a sickening of bones just shattering. And Nolani, you see Abraxas's tail just kind of flare out in pain, and then immediately hear that same sickening crunch.
Yikes.
Abraxas screams, and with that scream, flails. And in reaction, is going to try and hit you, Nolani. You are like not near him. You are within like 3/4 cover from your disengage.
Yeah.
With just how this hallway is positioned. Um, so he will do so at disadvantage. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he rolled
No,
two
no.
18s. um, so he flails out with his tail for a very simple, mindless attack. And not all of it hits you, but the very tip that consists of sharp spines of mercury scratch across your armor, across your sleeve, and you take 20 points of damage, slashing damage from that attack.
All right.
And as he pulls back his tail, Abraxas turns, and those of you in the classroom can see something truly monstrous. You've mainly seen Abraxas as a person, as a human man, the guise that he often wears. But here you see him as a wounded, sickening dragon with an open mouth full of teeth and sharpened claws as he tries to force his way through a door that is far too small for him and starts trying to snap at you. And the first of you that he's going to try and snap at in particular is Tink.
Oh,
I figured. I've got the little rock guy, and I'm probably closest to the door.
You got the little rock guy. That's all he cares about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an 18 to hit.
My, because I don't have my dagger out right now, but my AC is 18.
Okay, so that does hit.
No, isn't it meets it
No, it
beats
doesn't.
it?
No, it does hit. It does save. Yeah.
Meets it beats it. It's the only way I ever remember.
Yeah. No. I meant to say doesn't hit and said does hit.
Yeah, and I was like, no, 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 please.
But Tink, you see these teeth coming down towards you, and he does manage to snag the leather of your nice fancy coat
It's okay.
and tries to tug, thinking that he's caught at least flesh, and instead just tears your sleeve.
Yeah. Tink's just like very thankful in this moment that that was not his arm.
You notice that as Abraxas draws back, Balthazar's going to use one of his own reactions to throw a handful of spark powder in Abraxas's eyes. So another like fiery flash goes off, this one far more concentrated, and Abraxas' head fully withdraws as he continues to flail in the hallway. And when the fire dies down, you see that Abraxas only has one eye left.
God, fucking this guy up. I didn't think we could do that.
Sick.
Yuli. Do we have a Yuli?
I don't know if Yuli's back yet.
Okie dokie. In which case, I will move Yuli to when Yuli come back. Nolani,
Oh yeah.
what you doing?
Okay, hello. Okay, based on his movement, Nolani caught the tail. Um, is he in such a way that Monty is out of like his shadow, basically?
Yes, he's moved far enough down the hallway. Yes.
Okay. Cause then I think I can stick to my original plan. Um, she will cast Shatter on top of Abraxas. Sort of like same plan, keep it out of the room and just like on top of his torso, basically. So it doesn't necessarily like blow up the classroom too.
Okay. And is that an attack roll or a save?
Con save.
Okay. He's not doing very well with con saves right now. That he rolled a 1.
Wow.
He's not having a good night.
Okay. So so on a failed save, he takes 3d8 thunder damage, and that's a total of 12 damage.
Okay, would you like to describe the attack?
I think Nolani sort of looks at her wound, and she's not known everybody very long, but she sort of considers the danger this dragon presents to them, and words do not work with him, and she sort of uses her like hand full of her own blood and sort of like spreads it out and forces sort of this like almost like the atmospheric shift of like right before a storm right above Abraxas's body before like that gigantic like boom, like a lightning striking in the spot type of situation.
And
um
just to confirm, it is an area of effect spell.
yes, it is a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point that that I choose.
Okay, and where do you center it on Abraxas?
So like essentially like right above his back, because I guess his head's like in the door.
Monty, I need you to make a constitution save.
Alrighty. Nat 20, baby!
Nice.
Let's do 22.
That's 6 on a save because it's half of the damage.
I would also like you, Monty, to roll a dexterity save to make sure that you can get out from under Abraxas as he falls, as his legs give out from underneath him and he starts to flail rather uselessly, rolling in the hallway. It's
That's a
almost like
25.
a crocodile in that he's starting to roll just to try and see if he can hit you.
Mm-hmm.
That was what, sorry?
25.
Brilliant. You are so small and so swift that you manage very easily to avoid this giant dragon's flailing. You even have the opportunity, if you would like to get inside the classroom with the others.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. Balthazar, at this point, considering it is his turn finally again, is going to start drawing the chalk outline of a door on the opposite wall. Those of you who have known this man for a while know this is his usual escape plan. And as he draws the silhouette of a door and the rough shape of a handle, and the light appears for a key, for a keyhole, he is going to open a door. And on the other side is a land that most of you have not seen. It is a place with different fauna and flora, and you can see buildings reaching out in the background of an entirely different kind to what you are used to from Carnocht's Fair. Yenna, because I forgot about your Constitution save, I'm going to say that you are still awake.
Okay.
Because that was my mistake. I forgot about it.
I also
Um,
forgot.
but you do recognize this place. You have been there a couple of times.
Uh-huh.
You recognize it as your Uncle Hakun's estates.
Oh my god. Okay.
And Balthazar is going to crouch by the door and say, "We either leave now or this gets worse."
Are we all in the room at this point, or is Nolani still outside?
Nolani is still in the hallway at this point.
And now there's a giant dragon head in the door.
There is not a giant dragon head in the door at this point.
Oh,
He
he flared
started just
out?
kind of,
Okay.
yeah, he started just kind of spiraling around like a crocodile in the middle of the
Okay, great.
hallway.
Okay. Um. Tig's just gonna look at Belial as if like, are you coming? Get in the door, are you coming?
Belial would immediately reach out, take Tink's hand, and try and drag him through the doorway, yes.
Okay. Okay. Tink's got his stupid little rock guy. um. We can't just leave her out there.
Nolani, come on.
You see Balthazar kind of frowns and is like, "I'll get Nolani. You all evacuate." And he's going to run towards the door.
Tig's gonna go. He don't want to. The other option is kill this man. He doesn't want to do that. Can't deal with that.
Show of hands, who is going through the door?
Yeah, no, we'll
Monty
make
is.
sure Yuli goes through and we'll wait explicitly for an opportunity to vortex anybody who might get like grabbed by a fucking dragon or some stupid shit might happen.
Good idea. I'll get out of your way.
Yenna has already realized she's leaving Hyunwoo here. She's not gonna let anybody else be left.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Monty, are you going through the door?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Those of you going through the doorway, you pass through the magical doorway and you feel that very familiar feeling now of the shiver of magic flowing over you as you are instantly transported from one place to another.
Before Tank goes, as Balthazar like pushes towards the door, I'm just gonna give him a little sanctuary because it's not like a concentration spell or anything, so he can just have a little bonus so he doesn't get
Little
hit.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. But then he's gonna get the fuck through the door. Absolutely, yes.
All right, good, good, good. On the other side of the doorway, you feel the soft, cool air with an entirely different smell. You're used to the sooty air of Carnocht. It is a town of industry. It's a town filled with blacksmiths, and it is a town. It is a town, just full stop. This is not. This seems to be a sprawling estate in the middle of the countryside, and the sounds and smells around you definitely reflect that. And as you stumble on the gravel after having been walking on smooth floorboards, you see a collection of peacocks strutting across a front lawn. Yenna, while you stand guard, I would like you to roll perception to see if you can see what happens in the hallway.
Oh boy. All right. So not good. Oh boy, that's an 8.
You see some of what happens in the hallway.
Uh-huh.
Um, you see a couple flashes of light. You see flailing of a mercury dragon. You see blood splatter against a window. And then the next thing you know, Balthazar is dragging Nolani back through the door and shoving you both through the magical doorway.
Does he not come with us?
He definitely comes with you.
Oh, okay,
guys.
He's
okay, okay.
fucking better.
He is not
He's
sticking
I was gonna
around
say,
there.
if this fucker pushes this onto another fucking continent and closes a door, Dick is gonna have some fucking words when he gets back.
Yeah, no, that vortex warp was probably for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
That motherfucker absolutely not.
And
not in
as you all
fantasy
look
house.
around you in a world that is familiar to some and not to others, Balthazar shuts the door, makes sure it vanishes by rubbing out the chalk outline, and just kind of sits on the floor in defeat. And a horde of peacocks start strutting their way towards you. There's about 7. I say peacocks. There's 1 peacock and like 6 peahens.
As
Nice.
always, the person with absolutely zero business handling any animals is just gonna be like, can you just like not right now? Like he's just gonna talk to the birds.
Roll animal handling.
21.
The peacock gives out an almighty cry that is fairly eardrum bursting before they all give Tink a very wide berth,
Mhm.
and then Balthazar is just covered in peacocks. What would you all like to
Monty
do?
is absolutely thrilled with the peacocks.
Yenna is shrieking at Balthazar in her native tongue, being like, why the fuck do you have the ability to come here?
He is just going to look at Yenna and reply in the self-same language. Why wouldn't he? And he is also accepting his fate of being covered with peacocks.
He's just hitting him with her tiny shoe. Not like with catapult or anything, just smacking him with the fucking slipper.
With the little slippers, like ah.
Yeah,
He's also
like,
just accepting that fate.
so upset.
Oh my
He at
God.
least has the grace to look guilty.
Uh,
At which
Where are
point,
we?
you hear footsteps on gravel from behind you, and the soft whisper of material trailing across the ground. And Yenna, you hear a very familiar voice say, in the language that you have been using with Balthazar, I wasn't aware that we were expecting guests today. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you all so much for watching at home. I hope that you have enjoyed this session as much as we have. It's been good. I've had fun.
Oh my god.
We will be back next Monday, same D&D time, same D&D channel, for more strange adventures of teenagers who know too much.
God. All right.
Again,
Thanks.
if you I was just gonna say, if you like what you've watched tonight, please consider giving us a follow. You can also support us through Patreon or by subbing. That would be very nice. We couldn't do what we do without that support, to be completely honest. We thank our patrons and our supporters very, very much. And we have a lot to give back to you, including behind the scenes stuff. We do like some off camera written work and homebrew content, a spice rack. But you should also check out our Discord and hop in there. It's full of wonderful people who like to talk about things and post memes. It's a lot of fun. Come join us. It's been a fantastic night. We've enjoyed having you guys very much. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Bye.